Mario Kart has been the undisputed king of kart racers for decades. While dozens of challengers have tried to steal its crown over the years, Mario's arch-rival Sonic has remained one of its closest competitors. Whenever there's a new Mario Kart, a Sonic racing game is likely to follow closely behind, shadowing the plumber's slipstream. That's certainly the case this year, with Sonic Racing CrossWorlds, the first new entry in 6 years, arriving a mere 3 months after Switch 2 launch title Mario Kart World. So how does it stack up? As Sega loves to reiterate, Sonic Racing CrossWorlds has a significant advantage.
Unlike another kart racing game,
It's multi-platform, releasing on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch, with a Switch 2 version set to release later this year. It's even on PS4 and Xbox One. With cross-play support across all platforms, CrossWorlds looks set to be one of the most widely available kart racers. Sega is clearly confident it can take on Nintendo's juggernaut, even poking fun at Mario Kart World's underwhelming free roaming in a tongue-in-cheek trailer.
Or, what if you want to roam around on the open road?
The last entry, 2019's Team Sonic Racing, removed the transforming vehicles seen in its predecessor, the revered Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed, in favour of team-based racing. But the result was a middling kart racer that was too safe and struggled to stand out. Wisely, transforming vehicles make a triumphant return in Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. At specific points, your vehicle will automatically switch between a car, a boat, or a plane, allowing you to race across land, sea, and air. It's a fun gimmick, with each vehicle's unique handling requiring you to adjust your playstyle on the fly. Boats feel heavy to control and can jump when charging the boost to collect hard-to-reach rings. Flying is fun, but it feels stiff as you can't roll in planes. Land vehicles, meanwhile, feel snappy, if a tad floaty and weightless, but are easy to drive and satisfying to drift. Vehicles are split into 5 classes: acceleration, speed, boost, handling, and power. As the name suggests, handling class vehicles can turn sharper at the expense of top speed and are the most fun to drive. Elsewhere, boost vehicles see extreme gears from Sonic Riders make a welcome return. These take the form of hoverboards, and their agility makes it easier to fit through tight gaps. Unfortunately, the water and air sections are often too brief. In Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed, the boat and plane sections lasted an entire lap, with the track layout changing lap after lap. Here, they're restricted to designated sections that last around 30 seconds and repeat in each lap. The defining gimmick, however, is the titular CrossWorlds. At the end of the first lap, giant travel rings appear on the track. Driving through them teleports you into a new world chosen by the lead driver, before the final lap returns you to the original circuit. The 15 CrossWorlds range from a colourful casino with giant chips to avoid, to a pirate-themed shipwreck, to a jungle with rampaging dinosaurs running past you. Inspired by the Sonic movies, it's a novel concept and well executed, with impressively seamless transitions, reminiscent of Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, even on the ancient PlayStation 4. Although the novelty eventually wears off, travel rings make the second lap unpredictable, and the addition of standard locations after you complete every Grand Prix helps ease the repetition. Even if you've mastered every track inside out, the random nature of travel rings can test experienced players, making for riveting races. It's a shame, however, that you can't turn off travel rings if you'd rather stay in one location for a single race. Speaking of single locations, TraxionGG is your one-stop shop for all things racing games, so make sure you subscribe to this Traxion YouTube channel and visit our website traxion.gg for all the latest news and reviews. Like the mainline Sonic games, CrossWorlds is all about maintaining and increasing your speed by collecting rings, driving over dash pads, Sonic's equivalent of boost pads, and holding drifts with a dedicated shoulder button that also charges up to 4 levels of boost. While jumping, flicking the left analog stick pulls off exaggerated flips and spins. However, these are too easy to execute. It's impossible to fail a trick. A penalty such as losing boost when failing to land would have at least added a sense of risk versus reward. When chaining boosts together, the sense of speed is dizzying. However, even when racing on the higher difficulty speed settings, vehicles feel slow when not boosting. Turning on the dynamic camera setting does help mitigate this by lowering the camera and widening the field of view. At times, the action can become too frenetic and chaotic, making it difficult to see what's going on, especially when power-ups are added to the mix. Weapons range from boxing gloves and giant bombs to throw at opponents, to tornadoes and shields that block attacks, with a good balance of offensive and defensive items. There's even a blue shell equivalent, with the King Boom Boo item homing onto the driver in first place. Like most kart racers, there is some obvious rubber banding, with racers slowing down and more powerful items being handed to you if you fall behind. Whereas Sumo Digital developed the last 3 Sonic racing games, CrossWorlds is helmed by Sega's dedicated Sega team, in collaboration with the developer of the initial D arcade racers. The latter team's influence is clear. From the obnoxious race announcer to the pumping soundtrack by legendary Sonic composer Takehiro Kai, CrossWorlds is unapologetically arcadey. It wouldn't look out of place in a bowling alley arcade cabinet next to Cruisin' Blast. With Sega also working on a Crazy Taxi reboot, it's encouraging to see a big-name publisher putting arcade racing back into the limelight. Every track is a visual spectacle filled with animated backgrounds and giant monsters to avoid. It's like going on a theme park ride. One minute you're speeding through a shopping mall, the next you're hurtling under skeleton dinosaurs in a museum, alongside fan-favourite locations like Metal Harbor from Sonic Adventure 2. Tracks are well designed, featuring plenty of shortcuts, alternate routes, and multiple levels, but they rarely challenge you. Some tracks bear more than a passing resemblance to Mario Kart though. E-Stadium looks eerily similar to Mario Kart Stadium, while Colourful Mall might as well be a copy of Coconut Mall. Despite the hectic environments, performance is rock solid on PS5. On PS4, the frame rate appears to be downgraded to 30 FPS, with no performance mode option. While there are some visual cutbacks, particularly with the flatter water effects, the PS4 version compares surprisingly well to its PS5 counterpart. While the visuals are vibrant and detailed, there are concessions to accommodate the older hardware. Textures sometimes appear blurry, while background elements such as spectators and jets flying overhead are rendered at a noticeably low frame rate, which makes the presentation look unpolished at times. Whereas Mario Kart World focuses on an open-world map with connected tracks, allowing players to drive between locations, Sonic Racing CrossWorlds Grand Prix are more traditional. It starts with 6 cups to complete, each containing 3 separate, unconnected tracks. In a twist, the final cup race combines each circuit from the Grand Prix, with you racing in a different location each lap. However, mashing previous circuits together feels anticlimactic in favour of an epic original track for the finale. Getting 6 gold cups unlocks the bonus Egg Cup, with one standout track seeing you race through a car factory, racing over conveyor belts while dodging paint sprayers. Completing that unlocks a secret cup, featuring Kronos Island from Sonic Frontiers, North Star Islands from Sonic Superstars, and White Space from Sonic Generations. At launch, there are 24 tracks, with more to be added in themed DLC packs. Once you've completed the Grand Prix, there's still plenty to keep you engaged. Alongside traditional time trials, the Race Park is a series of party games. Harking back to the cooperative gameplay in Team Sonic Racing, this mode teams you up with 3 other drivers in mini-games, where you must collect the most coins, tap the most teammates, or pass through the most dash pads. With team objectives reminiscent of Codemaster's forgotten arcade racer Onrush, the Race Park is a fun addition that shines in split screen, which ran smoothly by the way in our 2-player test, or online multiplayer, supporting up to 12 players. Online matches can be set up with friends against AI, or online players, with a plethora of rule set options. However, power-ups can't be turned off if you want to have a more traditional competitive race, and inviting friends isn't intuitive initially thanks to the clunky UI design. A rival system also adds replay value. Each race pits you against a rival character who taunts you. This gives characters distinct personalities, but their repeated dialogue during races can get repetitive. These characters are more aggressive and challenging to beat, but their difficulty can be reduced if they repeatedly defeat you. To give you an incentive, defeating them all unlocks Super Sonic as a playable character. The Golden Hedgehog is one of 23 characters that form Sonic Racing CrossWorlds roster at launch. Naturally, these include series mainstays like Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Shadow, and the deranged Dr. Eggman, alongside side characters such as Amy Rose and the E123 Omega Robot. Beyond the Sonic universe, CrossWorlds also celebrates iconic Sega franchises, with Hatsune Miku, Yakuza's Ichiban Kasuga, and Joker from Persona 5 set to join the roster in free updates. Sega is also expanding the character roster with guest appearances from other franchises, including Minecraft, Pac-Man, SpongeBob, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Avatar. However, these characters are restricted to a paid season pass, included in the Digital Deluxe Edition, and will sadly lack voiceovers. It's also jarring to see SpongeBob in a Sonic-themed game, considering that he already stars in Nickelodeon kart racers. Adding to the sense of progression, credits won in races can be spent on customizing your vehicle, a feature that its Nintendo competitor notably lacks. Whereas Mario Kart World's vehicles are preset, they are fully customizable in Sonic Racing CrossWorlds, allowing you to mix and match outlandish front and rear body designs with custom wheels, paint jobs, decals, horns, and aura flame glow effects. Characters aren't tied to a specific vehicle this time either. If you've ever dreamed of driving Dr. Robotnik's Eggmobile with a giant drill on the front, as Sonic, you can now. Then there's the new gadget system. Here, you can create custom power-up loadouts that give you special abilities. These range from the ability to carry more weapons to starting the race with a speed boost. It's surprisingly versatile, encouraging you to experiment with gadgets and loadouts that suit your own playstyle. For example, if you want to be aggressive, you can equip a gadget that starts you in a monster truck, knocking rivals in your path out of the way for a short time. Alternatively, if you enjoy drifting, equipping a charge kit increases your drift gauge faster, which can be paired with a special ability that spins your vehicle while drifting to take out opponents. Gadgets can be stored in up to 6 slots, which gradually unlock. To keep everything balanced, more powerful weapons take up 3 slots, while weaker power-ups take up 1 or 2 slots. It all adds strategic depth to the racing. There is no denying that Mario Kart set the blueprint for kart racing. As a result, any game that follows will inevitably be compared to it. With all of that in mind, many players will be wondering if Sonic Racing CrossWorlds is better than Mario Kart World. The answer depends on your preference. Mario Kart World is larger in scope with more polished presentation and weightier vehicle handling, but Sonic Racing CrossWorlds surpasses its rival in many ways with its deeper customization and enough interesting ideas to set it apart. It plays like a pure 1990s arcade racer, though its exhausting intensity may not appeal to everyone. Both games complement each other, like chips and ketchup. It doesn't quite reach the same heights as All Stars Transformed, but Sonic Racing CrossWorlds is a solid return to form for the series and a worthy alternative to Mario Kart World. It's fun, frantic, and over the top, just as every kart racer should be. With Kirby Air Riders also launching on Switch 2 later this year, kart racing is having a resurgence. So, will you be picking up Sonic Racing CrossWorlds or sticking to Mario Kart? Maybe you want to try both? Let us know down in the comments below, and subscribe to the channel for more racing game and karting game reviews in future. Until next time, thanks for watching, and have a great day.